Gilchrist in again, bowls, and Hose is getting 4 runs. This time it's over-pitched on his toes and he just tickles it away. But they haven't found a lot of help from the surface. And that one just puts the lie to that. I shouldn't have said it from a Kent point of view, because it's not straight, it's short and wide. And Hose,
as you say, take up wicket keeping in particular. So where's Agar then? Drilled away through the covers by Jones. That's a perfect way to get off the mark.
Kent did the business as well to a certain degree. Next one in, and this was very full and driven, a lovely on drive, and the chase is on. They take 1, they take 2, but save your legs, chaps. In he comes past the umpire. Oh, and this is up in the airish, but a drive, a beautiful drive, off almost sort of 1 foot drive. He's all over it. Next ball in. This one's far more full and down leg side and turned off his hips, and that's yet another 4. Wrong place.
Parkinson over the wicket, bowls, and down the pitch comes Jones and smashes that straight down the ground. 1 bounce for 4.
They at least didn't spend too much. That's a half a pull strike by Hose, and he's picked the gap brilliantly. It was a lot colder when you were last here. Here comes Parkinson and bowls. That's very loopy, tossed up and then slapped through the covers for 4 by Adam Hose. Really waited for that. And Kent haven't been able to make any inroads as Parkinson. Jones comes down the pitch and it goes over the top of mid-off.
Everson, here he comes in again. What's he going to bowl this time? This one's a full delivery and a shout again, and this one's given this time! A very full delivery to Adam Hose, who is on 90. LBW is the decision.
Across the UK.
Parkinson bowls and Jones is out. Fretting as he has been, came down the pitch and went for a big drive. Just the 1 slip. Parkinson bowls again and Holder accepts the opportunity to drive. This one thrown up outside the off stump and too much. And he does so again now, and Holder goes big down the ground, straight down the ground, and that's 6. Rob Jones for 37. This one is short and wide, and Holder smashes it away on the offside, and it goes for 4 despite a pretty good effort actually sliding on the cover boundary by Gilchrist. Sweeper, extra cover and a short extra. Holder takes it on and goes over the short extra and the conventional extra.
I wouldn't call that mischance, but yes, there might have been a deflection there. Denley in, flighted delivery, and this one's really nicely driven to the cover region. Nice looking stroke. Could almost be described as the shot of the day. Joe Denley with more leg spin for the Nackington Road end. Here, this one's a faster one and in the air, and it's going to go all the way to sort of cow corner region into those.
In this game is batters making mistakes. If they don't make mistakes, they're going to be hard to be got out almost, as this one's tickled away around the corner by Jason Holder for a couple of runs, and it gets him to 50. Leaning, all dragged down, that's pulled away. Compton's out there in the deep, slides or dives to his right but can't get there. That was a poor delivery.
Waiting for the ball, next one in, flighted, oh, and a big massive hit, and it was so massive it's gone for 6, and not just 6, it's got dangerously close to where I've parked.
In the end, maybe Lancashire just didn't have enough of a target on the board for the spinners. Oh, that's an edge past the wicketkeeper, and Kent have had a slip for much of the time to the spinners, but here comes that update. They finished talking about Eurovision, and Holder has just thumped this down the ground. Parkinson
leaning round the wicket, bowls, weight drives nicely, hard, through extra cover 4, lovely shot. Really enjoying it, probably enjoying listening more than the Kent bowlers are enjoying this, and particularly, she says, enjoying this wonderful Jason Holder innings.
Time it for the Holder century, possibly, for listeners in that part of the world, as Waite gets a single up towards long off, and he has his half century.
Parkinson bowls to him to Waite, and Waite goes down on one knee and whacks that away on the leg side. He's quite capable, as I said, of playing in that fashion himself.
Seamers being rested now. It's very much just spin from both ends, leaning with a bit of a drag down, and Waite chops this away behind square on the offside, down towards the new lime tree for a boundary. Oh, he's deciding he wants to join in himself now. Slog sweep into the onside, and that's gone for 4 out towards deep square leg. Nicely struck, and away to the boundary. Yeah, they both just batted for 2 days, basically, both teams in one innings.
So here we go, Holder on 99, drives leaning, and he gets his 100, driven ball, leaning, looking to field it off his own bowling. Bowls again, quick down the leg side, and Holder just fetches this with the arc really around to backward square leg for 4. Here comes leaning again to Holder, and he goes big down the ground again this time, and has it gone all the way? 1 bounce, I think, just inside the rope, down in front of us. There's enough tough ones around. He goes big on the leg side weight, and he has managed to clear that rope.
Here he comes again, Denley. Weight down the pitch and thumps this down the ground for 6. Brilliant shot, Matthew Waite, to move into the 90s and to take Worcestershire past 600 in the game. As Denley bowls, Holder down the ground. Bell Drummond's just posted himself at very straight mid-off, but it's over his head, and it's 6 more runs. Parkinson to Waite. Oh, heaves this away over the head of long on. That'll be 6 to move to 99. Matt Parkinson just hit for 6 there by Matthew Waite, who's on strike, and just chipping this one down the ground for his century. He moves to 100 from 126 balls with 5 4s and 3 6s. So it's pleasant enough out there in the field. Edge, oh, is that a catch? Is it dropped short? I think they might have held it. Jones is celebrating, Leach is celebrating, and Compton has nicked one and is walking off.
Nathan Smith in, slightly short of a length and tucked into the onside. And in fact, so fine that it's through for 4. Didn't quite get his line right there, Smith. He'll be disappointed with that after a pretty decent over in the main.
He bowls down the leg side, and Crawley is strangled down the leg side. He's caught down the leg side by Gareth Roderick. Of all the ways to get out on a pitch like this.
Smith in, and this one's driven and between cover and mid-off, and there's a chase on down the hill. Who's going to win? It's the ball. That's unlucky for the fielder, actually, but the ball was just racing away from him. A nicely timed shot.
Worcestershire changing the bowling from this pavilion end, and it's cut away by Bell Drummond down towards third man for 4. So a bit of a loosener first up from Ben Gibbon. They lost the 2 openers early on. Compton out when the score was on 0, edging behind to third slip, as that is driven beautifully through mid-on for 4 by leaning. Zach Crawley was out with a little flick down the leg side, went through to the wicket-keeper.
Again wide on the crease, bowls, full, half volley, driven by Bell Drummond. Successive boundaries for the Kent skipper. That was a really pleasant looking off drive, cover drive. He's in again now. Quite a straight approach, bowls, and that's better, but it's full again, and it's in the slot again, and actually, I say it's better line, but not better length than Jack Leaning. Number 6 on his back, he's in, he bowls, and on the back foot, Bell Drummond drives through extra cover for 4. That was a beautiful cricket shot. Bowls to Bell Drummond. A little bit slower and wider, and Bell Drummond says thank you, basically, and square drives it for 4.
The point when they joined one another at the crease, you thought all 3 results might be possible, but in the end, as this one's cut away by Bell Drummond for 4 more runs, and he moves to 42 and Kent to 89 for 2.
There's D'Oliveira bowls again, nicely bowled. Bell Drummond works up to mid-on, takes a single. Good bit of fielding by Gibbon, who throws the stumps down, but Bell Drummond set off as soon as he hit it, and he was well in, even though the stumps were hit. Here's Leach then, last ball of the day, 111 for 2 bowls, and Leaning is forward, plays defensively out on the onside. There is no run, that is the end of the over. Job done for Jack Leaning.